let's start that recording and start that stream. Welcome back once again to Game Maker Monday. New graphics driver installed, so hopefully it won't crash this time. But once again, we're working on Overlord, the rail shooter with the AC-130, and we're trying to figure out how to get our reload system to work when different weapons are being rotated through. So right now, we have our code that says when our equipped weapon pointer is out of ammo, start a timer that when it runs out, take whatever the current equipped weapon is and set its ammo to max ammo. The problem is that the dereference of equipped weapon can be different between when the timer starts and when that lambda actually gets called when the timer ends. So we need a way to cache maybe well, I guess there's no harm in trying this. I'm curious to see if I just, like, inside of this if statement, cache the current weapon, and then reference that in the lambda, if that'll work, or if it'll be out of scope and the game will crash. Let's see. Okay. So weapon pointer, or F weapon. F weapon. Oh, back on. The hell? Hold on. I don't know why Spotify's not showing up for you guys. Hold on. What are you up to, Lowell?
Job.
Wow! That's crazy.
Fuck this work shit, man.
Yeah? Yeah?
Why can't I simply be, rich?
God. Yeah. That's capitalism, baby.
Why can't I just
simply should have been born into wealth.
All day?
Yeah, listen, that's what I'm asking. Why can't I do that, alright? Gotta get on that streamer grind and hope that the algo gods pick you up. Okay.
Nah, then you're still... Look, I don't want to have my performance dictate whether I get to eat. I just want to play video games and not work.
Okay. Alright, well then you should definitely invest in the lottery, and that'll definitely work out for you eventually.
Why can't they simply have been born independently wealthy? Or I guess dependently wealthy. Like
yeah, you would have... A baby can't be independently wealthy, I don't think.
Well, you could be born and then they could both die. You could get Bruce Wayne.
Right, but then you're still dependent on the people giving you your sustenance. Like, the baby doesn't know how to manage a portfolio.
Bruce Wayne was a child, and he was definitely independently wealthy, right? Like, it was still his money.
Okay, yeah, but, like, realistically, if Alfred wanted to initiate a hostile takeover, he could've. He's just a cool guy, though, and he loved his fucking parents.
I feel like the parents' trust would have been... Oh, hold on, I gotta take this phone call.
But that's still... I think that's still technically dependently wealthy. Because even if his parents worded their wills or whatever in an airtight way to make sure that the money went to Bruce, that's still their wealth. Like, Bruce did not make that wealth. Current weapon equals equipped weapon. Right? And then can we do this? Current, and current.
Okay, is Shaw?
Okay. Try that out. The problem was from before the stream crashed, that the weapon you would run out of ammo on one weapon, you'd switch to a different weapon, and then it would refill the new weapon's ammo instead of the old weapon. So, that's what we want to see if we can fix. So let's just try that now. Start new instance. Okay. We can touch that here, I think. This should have... I believe this has everything set up. Gunship, yada yada. Go down weapon. Seconds, 2 seconds. Okay, let's change the reload times. This is a 5 seconds, this is 3 seconds, and this is a 1 second. Ammo counts are a little bit different on this level, but that's not what's important. Okay. So, save that. Launch. Continue. So, fire big weapon. We switch to this one and see if it reloads it. It does crash. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Exception thrown. Unreal access violation. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Because this lambda function is trying to reference a pointer that is out of scope by the time it gets called. Like, this lambda is written inside of these brackets. However, its execution occurs outside of these brackets. So this weapon doesn't exist anymore, and that's a problem when you're trying to access it. So how do we make sure? Question. The answer is probably that we... This is hard. I don't know. We only want it to exist in this scope. We only want the weapon that needs to get reloaded to exist inside of here. Like, the target doesn't need to know about what weapon needs to get reloaded necessarily. Because you could have multiple weapons needing a reload at any given time. And so that's not up to the target to handle. That should only matter for this. But how do we independently have a different function that how do we tell it to grab whatever it was when this timer executed? And this is a problem specific to this situation because, like, you're not, like, in a standard shooter, you're only going to be able to reload the weapon you're currently holding. You're not gonna be able to reload a thing that's on your back. You know, it could be empty on your back, but you can't reload it. You have to initiate that manually, and then it'll do it, do the animation, and then you'll be good. But in this scenario, we have these automatic reloads set up when the thing hits 0, because that's how it would work in, you know, an actual gunship. You have other people taking care of that while you're operating the main weapon controls. So we need to have it be able to automatically reload. But we can't. Target can no. Honeybee's such a good song.
Did you see the Coachella shit?
I saw Mark talking about it in the music channel. Or was it the music channel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
no.
so.
Wait.
I don't know. Wherever it was.
Wherever it was. I saw some of that. Something about, what is it, Logic? No, not Logic.
No. Frank Ocean.
Oh.
Logic. Fucking, he didn't do nothing that bad. No, Frank Ocean just apparently had not performed in like 6 years. And fucking people were like, oh, he's gonna cancel, he's not gonna actually come out because he keeps canceling events like last minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was headlining the last day of Coachella. This is weekend 1, and like they weren't selling his merch. And they put up a sign saying like no Frank Ocean merch available, and then and all of Coachella was live streamed, except at the last minute, Frank Ocean's part was no longer going to be live streamed, and then he didn't start his set until like an hour late, and the set was fucking awful.
Oh no!
Like he just was fucking vibing for half of it, and it was like, Nikki, you're the performer. Like do something. You're on stage. Why are you acting like us?
Do something.
And then there's like a hard cutoff for like noise set like by the city because they got sick of Coachella going super late and being loud, I guess.
Wait, hold on. But they agreed to host Coachella. What do you mean?
I don't know.
What? I feel like that's a little oopsie on the city's part that they should just suck it up.
The cutoff time is like 1 a.m. most days. It's just Sunday, it's midnight. Frank's that's supposed to start 10:15. Frank's
oh, 11. Okay. So it was a predetermined cutoff that was already in place, and it's just that Frank was running
the whole
late.
show was the whole show was planned out to end before the cutoff every day. So
gotcha.
Frank doesn't start for an hour.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even do his full hour-long set. He gets to 12:30, and then he's like, I'm being told it's curfew. So I guess that he just walks off the stage.
Oh
which
God.
That's a half hour after cutoff, and I'm hearing that the cost to Coachella is $1,000 a minute per minute. So that is $20,000 for less than a full set from Frank. That was already bad.
Woof.
After he didn't perform for like years. And then apparently he was supposed to do this whole thing on stage with an ice rink and like all these like trained performers who've been practicing and they are ready, and like right before he goes on, he demanded all these changes. One of them was like, it can't be live streamed. But the other one was like he didn't want to do the ice rink thing anymore. So they had to melt the whole thing down.
Oh my God!
And like all of the people who were just kind of awkwardly dancing, like doing their best, were the fucking ice rink performers who had been training for months to do this fucking ice rink thing on stage, and they just were like, "Sorry, fuckers, no." Frank said no.
What the fuck? Yeah, it sounds like he's not gonna get any more shows.
Well, Coachella's a 2-weekend thing, and Frank is the set is the same week to week, right?
Oh, it's the same sets. Oh boy.
So allegedly, he's performing next weekend too. You know, we'll see.
Oh boy. That's unfortunate. I like Frank's sound, but it sucks that he's just a fucking last minute rearranger.
Yeah, he went, oh, he's nervous, all this, all that. And I'm like, nobody fucking made him agree to play Coachella. Like, he chose to do that. He chose to sign up to be the headlining event for this thing. Maybe you shouldn't have fucking signed up for Coachella if you didn't want to perform, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Crazy how that one works. You sign up for a thing and then you have to follow through with it. Wild. Oh man. How do I... Can't use equipped weapon. What can it use? Can I... You know what? It might be time to do some C++ Lambda research. You can pass arguments to a lambda, right? Let's do this.
Fucking Twitter's bringing back shadow banning.
Oh, how was that implemented before? What was the old
they just
shadow
fucking
banning?
shadow ban you. They just would limit how your tweets were seen, and you wouldn't know until you get a check. But there's a whole thing. But I guess Musk was like, we're gonna get rid of shadow banning. It's bad. It's dumb. And Twitter safety was like, we're adding more transparency to the enforcement actions we're taking on tweets. As a first step, soon you'll start to see labels on some tweets identified as potentially violating our rules around hateful conduct, letting you know that we've limited their visibility. These actions will be taken at a tweet level only and will not affect the user's account. Restricting the reach of tweets helps reduce the binary leave up versus take down content moderation decisions and supports our freedom of speech versus freedom of reach approach. He's responded with a screenshot of a tweet from this YouTuber, the YouTuber. Musk's basic problem is that Twitter was not being run by lefty SJW types pressing free speech. It was being run by business people who were trying to make money. And with the same aim, he'll end up trial and erroring his way back to the exact things he started complaining about. Series of, so that's why they did it like that. It's one of those. It's the same thing again. Oh wow.
I'm gonna billionaire. I'm gonna fight the man. Oh wait, no, I am the man. Oh jeez, how did this happen?
Also, yeah, Twitter's allegedly getting hit with a fucking $50 billion lawsuit from the German government for not cracking down on hate speech.
Oh my god.
Which is more money than the company is worth.
Yeah, by at least 2 times margins. Good lord. What a fucking idiot. Why is he not? Why is it? Is he even able to sell it?
He's running Twitter has been stressful, and it's what the fuck do you think was gonna happen?
I thought I could just get away with saying I'd buy it and then not, because I'm just rich. But it is funny because at a certain point, the amount of mental anguish he's probably gone through at this point might have been worth enough to just have paid the extra he would have had to pay for backing out of the agreement. Initially. He would have had to pay more monetarily, sure, but now he is also negatively valued the company he now owns, and then also has had to fucking open himself up to the amount of bullshit that he's been getting hit with day in, day out because of his own stupid actions. Like,
There's like a
he deserves what he's
real-
getting, but like, Jesus, dude.
There's like a very real chance that like he could hit the point where it would have been just fiscally better for him
Yeah,
have
to
paid
back
the
out.
fine.
Yeah.
Like not even just like emotional anguish. Like you could have just you may lose more money owning this company and running it into the ground the way you have been.
God, I hope. Respawn with delay. My PC cast control player. My player character respawn timer handle. Player character. The timer doesn't take arbitrary delegates. Function signature that matches the call you're trying to make takes a timer delegate and don't take parameters. Here's an approach that should do what you want. Okay, subclass, player controller. Class of different inside your new player controller class. Implement the respawn function. This can just call the function you've already got in game mode if you want. Now you need to update your respawn player with delay function. Call the respawn function. It should look something like this. So you're passing.
There's no fucking. Did they really? The 40. So like the new 4070s just came out.
Okay, yeah.
And they are, like obviously not as powerful as the 90 or the 80, but they're better priced.
Mm-hmm.
They're not great. It's still $600. Right, but compared to the 1,500 whatever the fuck the 4090 was being charged, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a real fucking. It's real, right?
Yeah.
Compared to everything
yeah.
else. It seems like they're also making smaller cards because pretty much the entire 30 series didn't have a card that was the actual same dimensions as my current card, so I couldn't use them. Like, I really don't have much space in my case.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably get away with moving some fans around now that I got some changes to the case and get a little bit longer, but like I don't have much thickness to work with, right? And most cards are like, sorry, we're getting 3-slot or 4-slot cards. Like you don't get the choice, right? But it seems like the 4070 actually has the exact same brand and model as my 2070 Super for the 4070, which means it might actually fit in my case. So I am now left to ponder: is it worth it to buy this graphics card?
Decisions.
PC part picker, baby. I'm sure that I will put it in, and then my CPU will just fucking explode. That's a 3070 or 3700. Which isn't, old, but it's not that new.
Right, sorry, a 20 or 30?
My CPU?
Oh, your CPU.
Yeah. I have a 3700X.
Okay. I think I've got. Is that the AMD?
Yes. I think it's like 2 or 3 generations behind, but I don't remember. Let me just check. Use AMD. Then 3, 4. Then 2 plus. Okay, here we go. Sort by. Okay, not Athlon, please. Here you go. The 3700. It's the 38. There's a 30. The 3000 series, 5000 series, 7000 series. I don't think there's a 9000 series yet. So I'm about 3 generations back from like the most up-to-date AMD CPU. I have to get. I mean, I can't really I don't think I can upgrade it that much though. I think it's Zen 2, so I think I would need like a whole new motherboard to upgrade that.
Why not just get a new motherboard?
You could just build a new PC, Nick.
Yeah.
You are correct.
You could just build a new PC. It's that easy.
Sometimes, Nick, I don't know how I don't think like you. You're thinking.
Thank you. I got the big brains.
There's already a 4070 Ti, bro. The 4070 just came out. What are you talking about? Okay, but like the 4090, let's see, it's like ballpark like to try and actually buy it like $2,000. Like it's ridiculous.
Okay, so now I just take this. Right? Now we have this new function that will have that reference. Wait, is that what this is implying? Mind player controller. Okay, that's just a casting operation. And then respawn timer handle. Okay. Has that? I don't have that in this version. Okay.
Oh,
let's
hell yeah, dude.
Try.
The 4070 is actually shorter than my current card. It'll fit. Oh, am I about to spend too much money on a fucking waste of a GPU?
Yes.
I think I am.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna do it. Where's the width? That's the length. Where's the? I guess there's room. There's a set width.
Famous last words. There's room. It'll fit.
Here's my double wide GPU actually. It only fits in like 2 cases.
Listen, just you don't need a glass wall in your case. Just let that shit vent into the room.
If the glass isn't there, it's perfect, right? It's like how if you have some coolers just have infinite, cooling height. If you just remove the side panel and turn it on its side and get rid of your roof, it's an infinite column.
Oh man, I really I can't imagine that the designers of this EVGA 3080 that I have intended for it to be in the case that I have, because most of its vents are just on
anymore.
They just stick the venting for it goes to the side, which is directly into the glass on the side of my case. Like there's nothing like there's fans that push up, so that's the other way out.
What do you mean?
Like there are air vents on the side of my 3080. There are fans that go up. Let me take a look at this right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what your setup is.
They don't. Hold on. Where's my phone? I need a flashlight for this operation. I should probably also just pull this up on the internet. Okay, no. You know what it is? So, they do have fans. The fans are pointing down, which just slams directly into my, power supply and SSD. So that's really cool. Also not going...
Is this like a non-standard fan setup, or like...
No, this is here, I'll pull it up on my stream real quick. EVGA 3080.
They have a bunch, although I guess not anymore.
Yeah, it's whatever the standard one is, the one with the funny RGBs. It's this thing. So all the pictures are showing the fans, but the way the little nub on the back there, on the left bottom, that is the back side of it. So that's what's sticking out the back. So
yeah,
and then the motherboard is
that's standard, isn't it?
Yeah, but why are the fans pointing down?
That's to bring air in.
Oh, that's an intake. Okay, well then the outtake, it has it's a flat thing on top.
It comes out the sides.
Yeah, so it comes out the sides, but since I just have a sheet of glass, that's the side of my case. It just slams directly into the glass and then goes back to the.
That's just how a lot of cases are, right? I'll send a picture of mine.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying,
the standard issue,
What did I have before this?
Horizontal mounted.
GTX NVIDIA. I don't know if it was an EVGA. I'll see EVGA. GTX.
Is quiet, bro.
Is this what I had?
Oh, Discord has an AI chatbot now.
Fun and cool. I mean, I guess. Maybe this is how it was in the old things. I thought they had, vent shooting out the... But I guess you wouldn't want vent shooting out the back, because then it might heat up the...
I mean, so there are two kinds of fans, right? There's the blower style, and then there's, this style, right? If you go down 2 rows, that EVGA 1070 on the right... you can't see my mouse. 3rd row, second from the right.
Second from the right. This one?
Second from the right.
Second from the right.
Yeah, that's the blower style. That pulls into that little circular fan, and that blows out the back of your case. Right? That's one style of cooler. People generally kind of dislike them now, but that was kind of the standard for a while. But yeah, that's my case. Sheet of glass.
Yeah, where is the heat going in yours? Is it going out the front?
It exhausts all around the GPU, and then wherever
I guess the main fans are supposed to be carrying that out from the front to the back.
My specific airflow setup is in from the front with 2 fans, and then the top and the back are out. So hot air comes in from the front. This GPU pulls in some cool air because that bottom is perforated. So I got a smaller power supply, so there's some room for it to breathe through there as well. It also is just kind of not great because this case is so tight. But then the heat goes out and out the back and out the top.
Okay.
Why is this TDP so low? Is this right? The TDP is lower than the 2070, which means that I wouldn't have to upgrade GPUs, which seems wrong. It's drawing less external power. It only needs 1 PCIe 8-pin, and the one that I currently have is a PCIe 8-pin and a PCIe 6-pin.
Maybe they got more efficient at bringing in the energy. I don't know.
But wasn't the 4090 literally you had to get a new plug and they were lighting shit on fire?
Yeah, but this is a 4070. Different piece of hardware.
What the fuck? Hold on, here we go. 4090. What does this one need? Just to see for comparison. You did the 4090 needs a PCIe 16-pin. So the 4090 still needs a fucking shitload of energy. I don't know how the performance is on this one. I'm gonna be honest. Hold on. Go to user benchmark.
Don't need to do the casting.
2070 Super.
I guess I can just make the... I think I had this in the weapon class before, but then I took it out.
4070. I mean, I guess it's just been a lot of years, but... Super.
No, current ammo.
Oh, right. The 4070 Ti was the thing that they, like, tried to roll back and then launch again. Because it was just the... Man, the fucking whole launch of the 40 series has been so fucking weird.
Probably because they weren't, like... They were just making so much fucking bank off of the 30 series. They were like, I don't know, just do whatever the fuck you want. And then the devs did whatever the fuck they wanted, and they're like, oh wait, we do need to release something, I guess.
It was like the business side though, right? Because they tried to launch the 4090 and then like two 4080s, but they were they unlaunched like one version of the 4080, but then they launched another GPU that was they just called it the 4070 Ti, and that was the same shit. Like it was like it's been so fucking weird, dude. Why can't NVIDIA make sense? Why is this so fucking hard for them to just release a sensible product and not make people wait it's like every three generations they have a good product and the rest of it's garbage, dude.
Because they make enough money to just have those kinds of instances. Like, I think that's the long and short of it. Okay.
It does look like I get better performance on the 4070, like by like almost a factor of 2.
Yeah, but like, what are you playing right now? Like, that should be the start and end of the conversations. What are you playing or planning to play in the near future that is going to just not even like just run it at an unacceptable level for you? In
currently fucking what the fuck is that game? Returnal.
Returnal doesn't run for you?
It sometimes runs okay, and sometimes fucking stuttery mess.
Okay.
But the thing is, I'm trying to figure out if this is specifically like you get much better performance at higher resolutions. Because I mostly play 1080, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if the 1080 performance gains are like marginal, I don't think I'm gonna upgrade. It does look like the higher the resolution, the better the performance gain is, right? Like it's almost a factor of 2 at 4K, but at 1080 it's like a couple frames.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm sure you've already tried this, but I've noticed sometimes when why are there build errors? Parsing headers. Done building. Okay, it failed. Oh, error. Inappropriate. 127. Target H. I've noticed sometimes when games have the option to just have an uncapped frame rate, like, it'll just fucking blow out my 3080's back trying to get, like, a ridiculously high frame rate that it doesn't matter for my screen. Like, it goes past 144, and I'm not going to be able to see that. So, if I just cap it at a certain amount, that sometimes fixes, problems I've been having with, games going crazy. Why are you... Oh, is it because... Cannot have an exposed pointer to this type. Why not? Can I do it by reference? Did I run into this last week? I might be just doing the same thing over again. So I have to do it by reference. Your struct is a use struct. You should be able to pass it by reference rather than by using pointer. All over the place with F hit results. See actor.h. Expect this would work for you. Okay, let me try that then. Call this weapon ref. Set timer ref dot. And then this would change because we have to do the dereference. There we go. Do address of weapon ref. Okay. Reload, weapon ref, reload time. Okay, that looks good. Try that. Building. Do you work? Do you be working? Oh, god damn it. Delegate signature implementation. Static assert failed. You cannot use UObject method delegates with raw pointers. What? With user class equals F weapon policy F default delegate user policy. Save reference to function template instantiation. Okay. Google. What's happening here is that the function timer manager actually returns a reference, not a pointer. Call any function from the ftimer manager object, which is returned from getTimer manager. You need to use a dot instead of a point. When you have issues like these in the future, be sure to look at the documentation. See what return types are given. Okay. Timer manager, timer manager, target. Okay, it's in target 223. Yeah, that's not helpful. Is one of these? I just do this. The timer weapon. That doesn't seem right, because the reference address of get timer manager set timer. Reload timer. Ref time. Try that one, I guess. Not throwing an error at me immediately. I think I need the address. Yeah, this is not right. Create a pointer to a member. Yeah. But then if I do this, it's mad for a different thing. Let's see what line exactly it's getting called on by. Separating these one by one. Actually, I don't think that works. I think it just goes to the called on line. I'm mistaken though. $228. No, that's just the last line, and that could not be causing it. I don't believe. But maybe it is. I'll try it. Sorry, what's this? No. Alright, that wasn't it. See reference to function template instantiation. Void ftime manager set timer f weapon. Ftimer handle. Reference. Yeah. User class pointer. Okay, we've got that. The pointer of weapon ref. Return type blank level of void float bool float being compiled with user class. Oh, I remember. It's you need a function that returns a specific type, right? Is that not it? You cannot use UObject method delegates with raw pointers. Just the image is clear. Desired player controller is known at bind time. Ftimer delegate respawn delegate equals Ftimer delegate create UObject this. I'm also passing if timer handle to ensure that the rapid subsequent calls don't reset the timer, causing only one call to get through. Respawn delegate. Okay, maybe we need to use this delegate system. Time manager, whatever. Try to set a timer from a non-Unreal class. It's not an actor, not a blueprint, not a controller, so how can I manipulate a big global timer from anywhere in the game? What I'm trying to do. Get the F timer manager, which has several set timer functions. I assume there's a manager. I had the same problem. I just added the public A actor to the header file. Header file? What? Ah! I don't understand. Is the issue calling this, or is it just using a weapon reference? I guess this would be the raw pointer here, I would assume. Or is this the raw pointer? The engine is using. But above should not compile as you are not allowed to use bind raw with a UObject class like a actor. First function here is use bind UObject, which keeps a weak reference to your object unless you use executive bound. By having knowledge of the actor that binds to it. Not using the function pointer definition and the completion callback function instead. Just have the actor do something. Object, some private function. Then we'll just execute the delegate when needed with no special logic for which object is receiving the event. An advantage of a delegate. I use UObject method that's raw pointers. Okay, so maybe I do need this delegate idea here. User class in user object. I'll try it. How I think it would be written. Cat. Weapon. Load. Roll timer manager, set timer, reload timer. Load. And what is this? Target. Weapon. Function. What the hell are you on about? Need to be the address. Right. Nope. Player controller pointer. What the fuck? What does it mean by in-user object here? Type name, type member, function pointer type. User class, relative type, yada yada. Type function, or type variables. Does it not need this? Do weapon ref. Right, you need a pointer, yeah. Player's the okay. Yeah, respawn player, needed player is the variable, but we don't need to worry about that. Okay. So now we just say this. Reload delegate. Let's reload handle. Okay. Please work. I hope. I beg. I plead. God damn it. Cannot use UObject method delegates with raw pointers. What are you talking about? Is this a raw pointer? Those blueprint interaction problems pointers. That's what we saw here. Or is this... What if I just got rid of this? Does that help at all? I doubt it, but we'll see. Maybe having it being available to blueprints is not kosher. Nope, that doesn't matter. Alright, great. Cool. Pointers to struct swarms. By using a class instead of struct plus avoiding any blueprint callables, able to fix the problems. Yeah, but I want to use a struct. Do I just have to make it a class? Is that really it? Rather than using pointers, it's all over the place with that header result. Do I have to label it as a struct? Okay, before, let's see. It tries to be that issue. Is a no side note, move it inside the CPU block device in the error message is spurious legacy text added task to our database. Fix that up. Second, in the interface function, you can use blueprint callable if it's also blueprint implement or blueprint native. Consistent with the interface concept. We want implementing class to be able to implement the interface's functions as it sees fit. Also, you cannot implement interface in Blueprint flag. Only restricts the ability for a blueprint to implement your interface. Native classes would still be able to implement it with the flag. And the blueprints derived from base class should also be fine. Array the T array. Be sure the array won't be changed after the end of the pointers. Actors. Yeah, I need to be able to pass it by reference or by pointer because it needs to actually update the attached weapon. V5 CPP set timer with struct. Oh, maybe I can just. Okay. Let's just grab this from GitHub because this would be easier than I'm going to do this manually. Or undo and then redo some stuff. So, source, private. I'm thinking this is something that I was running into before, and if I just go back to creating the lambda, but now with the specific pointer, it might work better. So we set timer. Yeah. Take all this, copy it, paste it. Now we just say weapon ref. There you go. Say dot. Reload handle. Create lambda. Say weapon ref. Dot. Reload time. Right? Or does this also not work? Then this comes back to the original issue of by the time this lambda is executed, the out of scope of reload weapon. I don't think this is going to work, but I'll give it a try. Let's see. It'll launch without issue, but then when we get to it, it's probably going to crash. Oh. Oh, wait, no, this is working. Okay. That's the regular way of doing it. Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, Mississippi. Timer's always working. Reloads. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Now, if we fire and switch, and then this. It's not reloading, it's good. And it reloaded that one. Perfect. Okay, alright, I guess that works. I don't know how it still has knowledge of the reference, but I'm not going to question it. We're just gonna let that one fly. Entire reload handle. Oh, because it's taking it by reference here, and then it just passes it through. I think that is why that works. Okay. Yeah. So we'll also probably just turn this back to a pointer, but I don't know if we really want to do that, or if it even really matters. They work about the same. Okay, great. So weapon reloads work now. So the other thing we wanted to tackle was getting the click and hold action working as intended. So real quick, let's see if we can get a feel for what that would be in here. Input. Action mapping. Mouse. Wheel up, wheel down, left mouse, right mouse, middle mouse, thumb mouse. Motion, touch, gesture. No. Okay. None of those. 5 CPP automatic weapon firing. Weapon set up full auto fire rate. Sure. How do they do that?
In this video, what we're going to be doing is setting the fire rate for our firearms. So what I mean by that is, for example, the STG-44 that we're working with now has a fire rate of roughly 500 to 600 rounds a minute. We are going to take that value, allow it to be set in blueprint. So we're going to do that now. And we're going to just do float fire rate. And let's go over here to our weapon pool, go to instructor. We're going to set fire rate equals, let's just give a default value of 500, because this is obviously going to be changing for each weapon. And now we need to convert that from 500 to something that would make sense to our timer. So our fire function here has a timer delay right here. We need to convert 500 to something over in the timer. So to do that, we're going to take fire rate. We're just going to do divided equals. Well, actually, no, we're going to take fire rate equals 60 divided by fire rate. So for example, if I take this value of 500, we can take 60 divided by 500, that gives us a delay of 0.12. So 500 rounds a minute would be 0.12. So 550 for the turbo is 60 divided by 550, that gives us a value of 0.10, blah, 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 blah. So we take our fire rate, we're going to plug it in. So here's our first fire function with the delay.
Okay. So they're just doing they just have a bool set when left mouse is clicked. B is in full auto. Yeah, so they have flags. Okay. If is instead of, okay, so they have a different gotcha. Okay. So how we could do that? Back on. How would we implement that here? Can definitely have a flag in the struct. We also delete this. Delete this. Flag. Diff weapon supports automatic fire. Click and hold. Bool. Property. Do not repeat. You have to. Bool. Full auto. Rate of fire. Per second. Fire rate. Is that what he calls it? Yeah. Okay. So it takes to reload this weapon in seconds. Where are we calling this? We're saying in here. Sorry, in here. Right now we have player inputs for the gunship bound there. But we're gonna need fire weapon So the question is, do we want it so that fire weapon calls itself if it knows it's in full auto? Maybe. What we could do here, we could say, here, let me write this out. So, if equipped weapon is full auto, start timer that triggers another well, I like the flag system. So what we could do is just have the gunship set the flag to true. It just says, maybe there's a thing that says start firing and then stop firing. We do that. Okay, let's think about that. Flag. Is probably going to need to get moved into protected later, but for now, we could be a little messy. Helper function for setting the flag. Determining if a weapon should be fired. Targets. Weapon should be fired. Setter for weapon firing. Weapon firing flag. Function. Call. Set. Then set firing weapon. No. Firing. Flag. Determining if our weapon should be firing or not. So then we say bool weapon firing equals false by default. Like that. There we go. Our weapon should be firing or not. Okay. this structure is firing true. Fire handle this fire. Now, what's that? We do target tick. No, on begin play. We say. Let's see. Get. On begin play. We say. Call this the fire weapon handle. We say set the timer. And it will loop. True. And then we create a lambda that says if firing weapon, what would you call it? The firing weapon firing. Oh, but this relies on. What I was thinking was, we say every frame if weapon firing is true, attempt to fire weapon via helper. And then in fire weapon, if equipped weapon is not automatic, set weapon firing to false. Else I'm trying to think, how do we account for the fire rate? Do we try to set the timer in tick. And then how do you account for weapon swapping in this? Because if you think of a scenario where you're firing weapon 1 and it's automatic, and then you swap to weapon 2 while you're still holding down the trigger, what happens then? The flag would be set to true on weapon firing when you click it down the first time, and then it's firing, and then you swap it over, and then you fire again. I guess you could say you would fire again as soon as you. No. I guess you could just go down here and say, right? Get max ammo. No, not that. Where is it? Fire weapon. Or is that a gunship thing? Oh, it is a gunship thing. Okay. Do you want to move this up? I think we want to refactor this so that we should make a target function that switches the equipped weapon to whatever's passed in. And then hope. Well, Unreal has garbage collection. I shouldn't have to worry about that. I know that I'm not going to give equipped weapon or switch equipped weapon and then the pointer to the old thing would just die in obscurity or start leaking. I know I'm not going to do that, but making that the potential could be kind of sus. Not the great practice. What is the weapon extra? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, this code might need to get moved up in the gunship. What are they doing here? So he does fire it once. And this is... Oh, and he's using the... Okay. He's using the a member handle here. The weapon fire handle here, and then weapon fire handle here to stop firing. Maybe what we could do... Okay, get rid of this. Keep that there, for knowledge's sake. Did I... in here? Definition? There. Nope, I did not. Why is there... Sir, you need to give me the option to implement it. IntelliSense, why are you failing me? Keep it the same name as the variable. Did you do it? Did you make it? Nope. IntelliSense does not know what the fuck is going on. That's cool. Okay. Let's just set weapon firing. Cool firing. Go. If firing else, do something else. Too many things at the moment. Weapon is automatic. F timer handle weapon firing handle. Your timer, okay. How did I get World Timer Manager? Is that not what I have here? Oh, yeah. Need the correct structure. There we go. World Time Measure, clear. Yeah, clear timer. At weapon firing handle. Okay. Fire weapon. And then get World Time Manager. Set timer. And firing handle. What's the method here? At reference to a target fire weapon. Equipped weapon dot fire rate And then true. Right. I think that works. You set a timer with the handle, and then it tells this to fire the weapon again every with the timer fire rate, and then this is true. Yeah. We'll say, how about this? We'll just do the extra check here. So we say if equipped weapon dot full auto, then do this. Okay. So if we are firing, we try to fire the weapon, and then if it's full auto, you shoot, and then it sets a timer to keep shooting. Otherwise, you stop shooting. Alright. Yeah, and actually we don't even need a member variable necessarily. That's just it. If it's full auto, then you start the timer. Otherwise, you clear it. I think that works. Auto. Yep. More music. Going through my top 10 finds from each of the past couple of years. The evolution of my musical taste as we go along here. This was 2020. This was big COVID year, but started with discovery of some Billy motherfucking Strings in the spring break before everything got shut down. I was introduced to Billy. It was a good time for while it lasted. Okay. Set timer. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And then what we do here is we say fire action mapping mouse, or is it is there a release? It's probably release, right? I pressed, yeah. Target fire weapon. What is the weapon cycle delegate? That just something in the okay. Clear that. And I guess we'll declare this in targets, but setter for equipped weapon. Set equipped weapon. Pointer. New weapon. Boop. Okay. on hit on overlap. Okay. F weapon pointer. Oh, yeah, I guess it probably couldn't be a pointer. It's probably gonna be the same issue. I'm gonna guess that's what's gonna happen. I will run with it for now. New weapon. Say equipped weapon equals new weapon. Bada bing, bada boom. And set firing weapon. Firing to a false. And that makes sure it also sets the new fire rate when it you have to call a new set weapon firing with true set to then start the timer with the past fire rate. Yeah. Okay. Boop. There, put this in here. Okay. There we go. Small, medium, large. Good. So firing. Yeah. What do we have to do here? Declare delegate 1 param. F weapon firing delegate. Okay. Now we can go to gunship. Change this to F set weapon firing delegates. Fire. Start firing. Oh no. Wait. Fire, i.e. press this target's set weapon firing true. I.e. released targets weapon firing False. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I pressed, I released, zoom in, zoom out. That looks good to me. Excuse me. Fire weapon code is all still perfect. Don't need to mess with that. Yeah, and then so the last hang chad here would be that reloading a weapon, you might say, well, shouldn't that set firing to false? But in the context of like you're holding down the trigger, your gun, right? Like I don't really think, I guess in like Call of Duty, if you're doing that, you're holding down the trigger, and then no, does it? Maybe it should set it to false. It would be hard to do. We can just say set weapon firing to false, right? And then that'd be it. I guess that's a feel thing. You'd have to. Yeah, well, I'll just leave it with that and see how it feels. And if you want to change it back, we can change it back. We can just comment that out. But yeah, this should all be good as long as having a pointer here doesn't crash the system. Which it might. We'll see. Yep. Reframe, weapon firing is true. Time to fire weapon via helper. Okay. I think this system we have is a little better. Now it's got its own timer set with the member handle. You don't know, baby. Fuck it up. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but I think the only thing left is to try and run this. Yeah, both failed. Inappropriate pointer. Yeah, okay. We did see that one coming. Fair enough. So we change this to reference, and then we say address of new weapon. Change this, and go in here. And we say bada bing, bada boom, up, up, up. Okay. And that's all change we need to do. Good here, it's good here, it's good in gunship. Try that again. Successful. Let's go. Okay. So now we go to our gunship, we go to our weapons, and small weapon is going to be full auto. And then we set the max ammo to 100, and fire rate is going to be 0.1. Yeah. Let's try that. And then the PP projectile is the projectile type. Max ammo 10. This will not be full auto. So it doesn't matter what the fire rate's set to. It's probably defaulted to like 1 or something. PP projectile. Set it to 1, set this to 3. And then set this to 5. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's see if that works. We're on the small ammo. Yeah, baby! Look at that bad boy go. And then if I switch weapons, it doesn't start firing it. Good. And then if I keep firing, I let go, it stops. Yeah, and the ammo count goes down, and then I can reload 2 seconds, and it reloads. It doesn't start firing again until I let go of the mouse button, and then start clicking it again. Oh, this is... And then this one doesn't have full auto, so it doesn't start a timer. Perfect. Oh, you know, sometimes my genius scares me a little bit. Bless you. Bless you.
You got a fighting game.
Hmm? You good? Lul?
The Fighting Games channel.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just cursed all around. I fucked up with my initial post, and then it's just been fucked up since then.
In another world, I would be a Nen warrior to be trifled with and just use this ghost instead of just a pedophile.
Oh, Vichu. You just didn't have to vote for the teen category. That's all you needed to do. In the Pornhub best porn categories. I was trying to find it on that bracket website that we were using, but they might have deleted it, or it just has fallen out of like the top categories or whatever. I couldn't find it. Attempted to find.
What? I was reading back through. What were you saying?
I was saying I was trying to find the bracket that we actually like ran in that we were talking about, but I couldn't find it on the website when I tried to look for it. So it might just
allow
be gone.
adult EM content, or
there's certainly a ton of like best porn actresses on there. So either they're just very slow at getting rid of those, or they don't care. But I don't know. I mean, it wasn't really a great bracket, anyways. Like they didn't have. There just weren't that many categories. It's like there's and the ones they did have were some like BDSM was just one category, which like I guess, but like also there's literally 4 different things within that one name. And then BDSM.
The D is 2 things.
Dominatrix. Or
no, the S is 2 things. One of them double counts.
There's sadomasochism. Yeah, I guess that is 2 things, right?
Yeah. No. It is like one of the letters counts for 2 things.
Right. I'm trying to. So what is now? Now I'm like, do I remember what the letters mean? Bondage.
I'm looking it up because I don't remember off the top of my head. It's one of the middle ones.
Is bondage? Is it dominatrix? Is that the D? Bondage.
It's
something?
dominance and submission. But then also...
Oh, submission. Okay. Dom, submission. Domination, yeah. Bondage, domination, submission, and masochism. No, yeah, the M is masochism.
It's bondage, discipline, sadism. No, hold on, there's only 4 of them. There's a 5th. One of these double counts. Hold on, I know this is true because
Oh no! It sounded like your source might be that you made it the fuck up.
Bondage, discipline, dominance, submission, sadism, and masochism. So the D double counts.
As domination and what else?
I guess the S kind of double counts. So B is bondage, D is discipline and dominance, S is submission, and then you can either have the S be sedition and the M is masochism, or the S is submission and also sadomasochism.
Okay. Interesting.
But the D double counts no matter what.
In any case, yeah, that's a lot of things umbrellaed for one category. It's like, alright. Okay. So we made the gun fire better. We made a better way for our gun system to work, and that should work because we have it in the target class. Now, any target, not just the gunship, can have multiple weapons, and when it gets a new weapon set, it makes sure to unset the firing flag. We can actually get rid of the flag here. Setter for equipped weapon. Setter for target weapon firing. There's no flag anymore, but delegate. Wait, how do we describe it in here? Delegate for weapon. Cycle delegate for weapon firing. Okay. Yeah. Do we use this anywhere? Oh, we do. It's, yeah. Now, why was it not... Oh, because we've rebuilt, right? So we have to go into... Do we have to... Just... Blueprint runtime there. Where is this getting reset? BP Gunship? And BP HUD. Where is this error coming in? Not showing. Great. Yeah, player gunship. Read health value. Get health UI. Player character pawn, aka the viewfinder of an AC-130 gunship. Yeah. Why does this keep... This has happened before. I forget how I fix this. Get health UI function, get health UI blueprint. What is the problem here? Variable type. Category, private, expose on spawn. Default value. Oh, I can't pick an actor from the scene. Why not? How did I get this in here to begin with? Did I make Make health private? No, health is public. I mean, I probably should make health private. Really? I'd be a better coder. Either now we have this. Now this should not work. Okay. Okay, now it's working. Weird. That works. Okay. We should probably start making some projectile subclasses, I think. I'm getting pretty close to... Let's go back to the design doc. I might end the stream here early today, folks, just because I do have some other stuff I gotta work on. Some offline projects. We are making good progress. This is I think with that gun thing implemented, we are getting very close to having just about everything we need to just start dropping assets and levels and then getting to play. At least at a basic state. The AI, I'm gonna have to come back to the AI sooner rather than later, I guess. And Lord knows that's gonna be a doozy, but we'll figure something out. But there anything else we can do before having to turn back to that? Did I? No, I closed it earlier. Right. Docs. Let's start marking everything that's like done in green. Okay, make a target. Highlight. Done. Make a weapon that can shoot and destroy the target. Done. Projectiles land still do damage. Particle system. Done. Done. On hit damaged. Done. It does destroy after the amount of time. I believe that's coded for, right? Explosion. Yeah. Create the sphere component. Start the particle effects. Activate. End explosion. Yes. Right, where does that get called? Does it get called in the projectile? Give world spawn actor. Yeah, okay. When it begins, make a timer that destroys this explosion after the amount of time specified. Yeah. And then it doesn't handle its own on hits. Target does. Target says on. Where's the on overlap stuff? Up here? On hit. If it's a projectile and it's not the most recent one, then ignore, then go through, check for collision. Logging. Use health by amount of damage projectile provides, bottoming out at 0. If health equals 0, then destroy it. And on overlap, you do the checks against explosions. So if it's a child of an explosion, then we minus the damage from the explosion. Yeah. Same logic. So that is all taken care of. Do that. Make a manager that can track targets being destroyed in real time. Yes. I believe that is our game mode. Explorer. Overlord. Game mode base. Right. Let's put in our widget code here. Gameplay. Menu starting widget class. Thermage level we're starting on. Hostile destroyed. Yeah. Okay. Call the hostile. Destroyed actor. Is this what we're using? What we're using. Let's check. Put in a breakpoint, see if that gets triggered. Gets triggered. Targets? Probably should just move this thing up. It's easier to hit. Oh. Hey now. Okay. This is getting hit. Does it show the call stack? I am curious where this is getting called from. Final references. Ah, in target. This on destroyed add dynamic. Yes, okay. So add to game mode's hostile tracker. Yep. And so we add it to the list when it gets added to the world, and then on destroyed, you say, okay, yep. So that does get tracked. So manager can track targets being started in real time. Check. Yes, we do have all of this taken care of. Check. Make these subclasses do things. React to being shot at. Okay, this is what we don't have. That's our to-do. Fully win-loss state based on targets remaining and time, at least to start out. Okay, we don't have a loss state. We should probably code that. So if we run out of health, then we lose. Character move in a static pattern. Limited. Yes, we have that. Add visual effects on the weapons striking against other objects, targets, terrain. Yeah, I mean that's kind of just included with the weapon particle system explosions. But I'll leave it unmarked for now. The VFX aren't there, the environment's not there, basic series of game states. We do have the main menu right now. We aren't using it, but it's there. We have a first level, check, and then no game over as of yet. No sound effects, blast radii. We do have different weapons. Not italicized. Green, little damage, rate of fire. Yes. That's what we just did today. Rate of fire. Different levels of damage in the blast radii. I haven't made those yet, but those are options. Add varying health to target subclasses of different types, take different amounts of damage before being destroyed. We haven't done it yet, but that's pretty straightforward. Just give them different health values. We can do that in the editor. Polish first level until it feels good. Okay, we're not there yet. Outline plot. We have technically done that. Rough draft dialogue. Add dialogue to first level. And player dialogue response with script implement. Okay. This stuff, this might be all getting reworked down the road. So that is definitely later stage stuff. So the first 4 tasks are completely done. Great. Task 5, AI, is the big hurdle. Win-loss state. This is something we can do, probably. Remaining in time. Yeah, implementing a time for the game. We could do visual effects. There's moving. So we'd probably want to do that in here, right? Starting widget class. Where did I set this? Let's show that menu again just so we can remember what it looks like. Yep, here we go. Very basic, but it's there. Play game. That's the first level. Great. How did we code that? Is that just in PG task, building, explosion, gunship, my character, point, path, projectile, smart object, target? Or is this all, do we just do it all, we might have just all done it all via blueprints, which is fine. UI being dictated by blueprints is not the end of the world to me. Yeah, okay. And how do we, I'm just trying to remember, how did we set it? Oh no, we didn't. Yeah, this, because when we start the game, it doesn't levels.num. Where are we filling this? We're putting it in levels, right? Did we put, is this? No, it's not there. Oh, we have no game mode set on the main menu, right? And then, but if we do go to firing range, no, it's not here either. Okay, is it in the project settings? Maps and modes. Okay. It's our default map, but we don't have it BP Overlord game mode base. Okay. Default pawn, player controller. There's a blueprint. All scene route. Currently checked out. HUD class is HUD. Okay, so we put that in there. Player state spectator pawn. Transition map. Split screen. No. How do we? Like, what I'm getting confused by right now is that we have the logic in place to account for switching between levels when you kill all the enemies. This is probably gonna need to be changed because level's gonna end, and then there's got to be like a system that like will send a message back to the current level and say, hey, start doing your end of level stuff. Like if you've got dialogue to send the dialogue out, and then when that's finished, then it'll probably be a separate thing that's like open the level after it's done. So this is gonna get moved somewhere else. But for our purposes, it's working right now. But why? I guess it doesn't, because this never gets called unless. So if a level has no hostiles in it, you could not go to the next level because it would. You would need to destroy hostiles with your gunship. But the difference is because we are working with our main menu blueprint and our main menu graph here has a function. Yes. Bless you.
Oh.
So our main menu has a function that will do that for us. So that's how it's able to work there. So I guess if we run out of time, we can say if level is this being set? Find all references. Oh. It's in maps and modes. Okay, we're doing it in the blueprint. Gotcha. And then the other stuff is also there, such as starting widget class. Okay. I'm just thinking. Okay. Probably should just go through everything and better comment it so that I can better follow what's going on between everything. I think it's mostly sensical though. It's hard to track when I'm trying to keep a lot of things on the C++ side, but there's some parts that are in Blueprint, so I need to make sure I know where that happens. So when I'm looking at the code side, I'm like, oh, I know where this is going to get set. This is going to get set in Blueprints. And maybe vice versa. If Blueprints, I really want to be thorough. The widget instance that we're using is our menu. Okay. Where did I want to see where my blueprints. I did not save the UI stuff from last week. Alright, cool. Or from when I was doing the UI. Alright, well, I'll just have to look in the VODs for that. I think I am probably going to cut things a little early today. Just because there is another project that I'm working on with some friends for a mobile game. And I want to see if I can help out with that today. So, I'll call it there. But going back to the big list of to-dos, I guess I'm also gonna try and, I don't know, look at other ways to maybe handle AI. I really liked the fundamentals of what I was learning with the behavior tree tasks and smart objects. The concept of smart objects seems like a really smart thing to do. It just was causing a lot of issues with the vehicle. But then the vehicle itself was also its own fucking clusterfuck. And just, I guess, deriving it from Pawn, I don't know. There's a lot going on. So, gonna have to look into a better way of doing that. We will have to get back to that if we want to make levels that are just static. we need AI. And we need things like that. If they can shoot at us, that'd be pretty cool. So, yada yada yada. A lot of filler there to just say we'll be getting back to this hopefully soon. I just needed a breather from it. And I think I've had enough of a breather that I can come back to it with fresher eyes and maybe take another better stab at it. And then all this other stuff, but like, you know, the VFX and the sound effects are more so, you know, artsy stuff that should be built on top of the core gameplay mechanics. So those are later down the road. Same with the level design, although I am excited to learn techniques for level designing in Unreal. That's gonna be cool shit. Because I do love me some level design, if you believe it. Game state. I think the game state is the one other thing I might try to tackle before going back to the AI. If I can make like a timer system, and have that be a way to end the game. Like I'm imagining if gunship health equals 0, then trigger endgame. Also, each level has its own timer, and if that timer reaches 0, also trigger endgame state. Otherwise, keep running the game, and when you reach the win condition, then you can start the sequence to transition to the next level. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this week. So I will send you all off to someone else. Just as a reminder, I think I mentioned this on Friday. No, I definitely complained about it on Friday. VODs will be up on YouTube. As usual, they're just going to be coming a little bit late this week because I still have a fucking strike on my channel, and I wish I knew why, but they were not very helpful in that regard. So I'm just having to ride it out, and but by the end of the week, it should be back up to normal uploading, and I should have maybe some more fun visual announcements relating to the subathon. So yeah, I'm going to be working on that, and some other stuff that should be in the pipe and hopefully coming out soon. But, you know, follow me on the socials, and yada yada, all that good stuff. But let me send you guys off to someone else. Let's see who we can rate. Too Old is playing Overwatch. Got Lawrence, Bruce, Matt. I will send you over to Too Bold. Good old reliable. Read Too Bold. There we go. Okay. Alright. Well, I'll send you off over there. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the start. Sometimes you just need a driver update. So, I will see y'all later. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe out there. And peace out.